They say loyalty is a choice. I chose it for 15 years. Marcus Vance chose it for 15 minutes, then he chose my wife, my money, and my company instead. My name is Daniel Pendleton. For a decade and a half, I lived a life defined by building things. But to understand how I stood in a boardroom and watched Marcus sign away his life, you need to know how it began. Marcus was the brother I chose. We met at 14, two skinny kids in a school that didn't care about either of us. He was the talker. I was the builder. He could sell anything to anyone. I could build anything from nothing. Together, we thought we were unstoppable. I spent 4 years designing a technology that would change how companies audit their own supply chains. A real-time detection system I called ChainLock. Every line of code, every circuit board, every patent was mine. My name. My intellectual property. Marcus saw the potential before I did. You built the engine, Daniel. I'll build the track, he said. And I believed him. Because that's what brothers do. We founded Vance Pendleton Solutions. I was the CTO. He was the CEO. The split was 60-40, my technology, his network. I didn't argue. What did percentages matter between brothers? Elena was my anchor. Quiet, steady, unshakable. She'd been with me since the garage days, before the money, before the offices, before Marcus was anything more than the guy who talked too much at dinner. She never asked for more. She just asked that I come home. The first sign was subtle. Marcus started calling it my company. Not our company. My company. At first, I thought it was a slip, a CEO talking fast. But it wasn't shorthand. It was a declaration. The second sign was louder, but I was too busy building to hear it. Marcus started hosting strategy dinners without me. Private sessions with key investors. Quiet conversations about whether the CTO was still essential. I asked Elena once why she was going to so many company events without me. She looked at me like I'd asked her to explain water. Because someone has to represent the company, Daniel, she said. You build the engine. Marcus drives it. That's how it works. I found the truth on a Tuesday. I was reviewing the quarterly audit, something I'd let Marcus handle for 2 years because I trusted him. Because brothers don't steal from brothers. $3.8 million. Redirected from ChainLock's development fund into a shell company called Meridian Holdings. Meridian Holdings had one director, Marcus Vance, and then I found the joint account. Not a business account. A personal one. Marcus Vance and Elena Pendleton. Opened 18 months ago. $60,000 in it. Her salary deposits. His cash injections. A financial life they'd been building together inside the life I built for them. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I sat Elena down in my study and handed her the Meridian Holdings statement. The one with both their names on it. Her face went white, the color draining until she looked like a ghost of the woman I'd married. You have two choices, Elena, I said. You can explain everything right now, or you can watch me explain it to a judge. She chose neither. She chose Marcus. You were always too comfortable, Daniel, she said before she walked out. Someone had to think about the future. The husband who trusted her, the friend who believed him, that man was gone. In his place was the forensic accountant. And I was about to audit their lives. Marcus didn't just take my wife. He took my position. The board voted to restructure, and the CTO role was eliminated. I was out. No salary. No authority. No access to the system I'd built. I sat in a small, empty apartment with a single box of belongings. The worst part wasn't losing everything. It was realizing I had built all of it so someone else could take it. Then I found the one thing Marcus forgot to steal. My name on the original patent. ChainLock wasn't Vance Pendleton's property. It was mine. The patent assignment had a clause I'd written myself years ago. A reversion clause. If the inventor was terminated without cause, all IP rights reverted to the original holder. Marcus had fired me without cause. He'd been so focused on the power and the woman that he'd forgotten to read the contract. He'd forgotten that I was the builder, and the builder always keeps the blueprint. I didn't want revenge. I wanted the board seat. I contacted the investors Marcus had alienated. They remembered who actually built the technology. Within a month, I had seed funding for Pendleton Systems. Marcus was spending. Meridian Holdings was hemorrhaging cash on properties and villas Elena thought were investments. Greedy people always overextend. And Marcus was the greediest man I'd ever met. His own investors sued him for misappropriation of funds. The same funds I documented. He was fighting 3 legal battles simultaneously and losing all of them. Vance Pendleton was drowning. Without chainlock, the company was just a name on a glass building. The public acquisition offer was announced on a Monday. Pendleton Systems proposes to acquire Vance Pendleton Solutions at a fire sale price. In the final meeting, I slid the acquisition document across the table. Marcus was alone. No legal counsel. No investors. No one. He stared at my name on the document for 30 seconds. I watched him. He looked up at me, and for the first time in 15 years, Marcus Vance had nothing to say. You wanted a mansion, I told him. I wanted the deed to it. And now here we are. He signed. He had no choice. Elena lost the husband who built things. She lost the friend who promised things. She lost the house, the company, and the future she thought she was stealing. All she kept was the debt and a phone that never rang. The most dangerous person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who doesn't flinch. Marcus talked. Elena smiled. I pilt. And when they tried to take what I built, I read the contract they forgot to read. They say loyalty is a choice. Betrayal is a lesson. Marcus taught me the lesson. I chose the loyalty to myself, and to the name on the patent that no one could steal. Karma didn't just knock. It bought the building. If this story hit you, subscribe. Every week, a new betrayal. Every week, a different kind of justice. Loyalty is a choice. Betrayal is a lesson. And the lesson always comes back around.